Hello, everyone. So recently, if you've been keeping up with the old Final Fantasy XIV streams, you'll know that I tackled E11 Savage Blind Mine solo cooking. Now, not only that, this is where the unique part comes in. I was healing. What? But Sai, we all know you as the greatest monk player in the whole of the world. Yes, that is true. That is true. But on this occasion, I decided to heal E11 because we ran a subathon in Japan, and part of the conditions of that subathon, one of the goals that were met, was for me to heal E11. And so I did. And what an experience it was. I just want to talk to you guys about my healing adventure going into this boss. I'd never healed before, technically, kind of. The only thing I'd healed before was as an astrologian on FF14. That was the only thing I'd healed before. And then I did all the rest of the... And that was back in ARR. And I did all the content through the game. I'm now in at the end of Shadowbringers. I'm ready to start Endwalker. I'm on E12. We're progressing E12. We're at the Lions. Oh my god. Back on Monk, thankfully. That boss looks disgusting to heal. This was my first healing experience in a Savage at all, and I just went straight in. No sort of assistance. I was also raid leading at the time and also blind cooking it. So I was trying to figure out the strategies and heal at the same time. And I gotta say, I was really stressed out in the lead up to it. I was really not looking forward to it. And I thought this is gonna be catastrophic. This is not going well at all. There's no chance. But actually, I loved it. And it was... I don't want to say simple. Like, it was simple but difficult. You know what I mean? Like, it was simple but challenging. So, actually healing and raid leading and blind cooking was actually okay. I could do it all. Now, that didn't mean that it was an easy fight and that I didn't have any struggles. Of course I did. But it wasn't, like, impossible for me to do all of the jobs that I was trying to do and wear all the different hats I was trying to wear. So let me just talk to you guys about... That's the premise. That's the setup for all of this. But let me just talk to you about my healing experience. And I do want to just outline this and say, I know what people like in this game. God bless them. People love to sit there and go, oh my god, he's used a GCD heal. That could have been a damage ability. Ah, you're supposed to heal with OGCDs. This guy is a noob. I will shun him, and I will go to the forums, and I will talk about how terrible of a healer he is, and how he should uninstall, and how he should go back to World of Warcraft, the easy game. And I get it. But I just want to talk to you guys about the fact that I don't care. That's all I have to say. I do not care. I had fun, and that's what matters. I had fun. It was incredible. I had a really good time. Did I overheal at times? Yes, I did. But did I have fun? You betcha. Did we kill the boss? Yes. Did we wipe it in rage a few times? Yes. Is this the biggest feeding I've ever done on any boss so far in this game? Yes. But goddamn did I have fun. Yes! I did. It was so good. This boss as well, I think, is a phenomenal boss. Just the boss, the design itself. At first, I was like, man, I hate this boss. All of the visuals, all of the spell names are the same, and the visual of the ability is the same with a slight color twist. And that's it. Is it fire? Is it lightning? Is it light? Which is kind of dumb, because lightning is light anyway. You know what? Whatever. Technicality, but whatever. So, the boss is really cool. I thought it was an incredible design. I cooked some of this stuff really quickly. Actually, I think I cooked quicker on this boss than I have in most other bosses. Like, this mirror thing right here, like, I cooked that, like, instantly. I just felt really good. I just felt really clean and crisp during this whole E11 experience. Maybe it was this raiding break that I'd taken previously that it just allowed me to kind of come in and just be fresh, ready to rock. And so I had a really, really good time with pulling this boss. It took us 60 pulls. We had a good few wipes in Enrage. Like I said, I definitely made a lot of mistakes, and I definitely didn't heal optimally. So if anyone's going to criticize like that kind of stuff, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I don't really care if I didn't heal great. I healed well enough. So getting into the healing aspect of it, I don't want to overanalyze things too much because I've not healed in WoW in like 12 years or something, like 10 years. So it's been a really long time since I've properly healed in Raid and WoW, so I can't really do great comparisons, but one thing I do want to comment on, which I think hopefully is still sound, is the fact that healing in FF feels so good on prog, and I feel like it wouldn't feel as good on farm. But the prog healing in FF is so good, it's so enjoyable, you know damage is going to go out, you know people are going to make mistakes, you know you're going to have an impact as a healer, and you know there's that little bit of, yes, you can pre-plan as much as you want, but there's going to be that little bit of, like, mystery of, is something going to go wrong, and then do I have to step up? And I like that. But the comparison to WoW is sort of, in FF, I know that everyone's taking damage, and I know sort of when they're going to be taking damage, or I know who's going to be taking damage, more specifically. Maybe it's all of us, maybe it's one specific person, and you have time to sort of plan for that most of the time. Whereas in WoW, I feel like you've got 20 raiders, and damage is going to go out on a certain group of people, and that's that. And then you sort of have to reactively heal them up as a result. But in FF, it's like you know where the healing is going to be needed. You know where the damage is going to go. And I like that a lot more. I feel like I can better plan for things. I feel like I can be better organized as a healer, at least in my limited experience. So yeah, it's really cool in that regard. One thing I did find on this fight in particular as well is if we fell behind, it was really quite difficult to sort of recover. If I lost a healer, if I lost Enna, then it was way more of a challenge for me to have to then step up. But it was a fun challenge, and it was a lot of times doable. So I did enjoy that as well. It's nice having those hero moments, and I do look for those as a healer. I feel like that's a big reason why you would want to play healer, is for the hero moments. So I enjoyed that quite a bit. What else I have to really say about the healing? That's a lot of it, really. Just said it was really enjoyable. I don't like the DPS component as much, but I get it. Like, you have to be doing something. If you're just standing around doing no globals, then that would be pretty silly. That would be a pretty silly way of designing healers. I much prefer having to heal. Something I commented on is wanting to have more uses of Azuna, like Dispel. It would be cool if there were more mechanics where dispelling was a thing on fights. Because I really loved the dot damage. Every time it would do, I think it was Burning Glory, there'd be the dot on everybody, and I could sort of pre-plan my medicas, and I could do a juiced up medica with one of my other heal cooldowns. It's on my F2 right now, I can't remember exactly what it was. Where you sort of improve the cast of your next spell cast. And I'd use that on medica, and it would just like last the full Burning Glory, and that was really cool. By the way, I will comment really briefly. So on this bit, this was really cool. I cooked that people jump up and down if they had the sword raised up in the air. So we would go to two people that were standing still. Apparently people were really impressed with like how I cooked this and said this was really good. So that's really cool. That was really exciting. I did love that. Cooking this little section was phenomenal. Yeah, it was great. I think I even do some stupid pull in here, some rescue. Nah. Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, look at that rescue, dude. Oh, that's questionable. That's questionable at best. They were already safe, and that's funny. So, yeah, I love this boss. Great boss. But, as I was saying, I would like more uses of a Dispel, but not just a boring sort of like, oh, there's dot damage and Dispel it, and that be that. You could do some interesting things with Dispels. I came up with some ideas after we'd killed the boss, and I commented on some of them. I can't remember them all off the top of my head now, but I remember that I did speak about that. The idea of having Azuna be used more. So it's like used in E8, for example, where you have to Dispel somebody so that they get knocked back into the right position, or you don't Dispel somebody and stuff like that. That kind of stuff is interesting. Yeah, I think there's room for that, because it's cool for... I like utility in fights. I don't just like raw damage, raw healing, raw mit. I like utility as well, and Azuna for me is like a utility spell. Now, when I did make that comment, there were a lot of people on my Twitch that were like, no, we don't want this, we don't want this, we don't want this. But why is it there, in my opinion? Like, if it's not there, if it's there, it should be used for something. And I'm not saying every fight needs to be like Azuna heavy, but it would just be nice to have some application at times. And feel free to disagree with that. I really don't mind. That's fine. This is my personal opinion. Obviously, I'm not a full-time healer and stuff, so it is what it is. Oh man, I did play this fight horribly. I thought I played this fight alright, but I'm looking now, I'm dying, I'm getting damage downs. One thing that was really funny is that I was healing, and I didn't really put like the maximum amount of effort into it. I didn't go and research a bunch of stuff. I just read what all my abilities did, got chat to kind of talk about what everything does, and then I just went into it, and I just learned as I went. And we did 60 pulls, and I just learned over the pulls, you know? Just every pull I tried to do something a little bit better. Every pull I tried to like think, okay, where can I better use my healing cooldowns and stuff like that. And toward the end, like, when the boss is almost dead, here, this is where I had to... This was an incredible part of the fight, where you're doing, like, back-to-back-to-back sequence of all of the mechanics that have been in the fight. And this is where I needed to cycle my cooldowns well. And we actually wiped previously because I hadn't assigned... Like, I accidentally used 2 healing cooldowns when I shouldn't have. I only needed to use 1. So... You'd have all of these, yeah, I'd accidentally fat-fingered my, like, 2 cooldowns when I shouldn't have, and then afterwards people had the discussion, like, can we assign healing cooldowns so that this doesn't happen again, and then we went into a proper assignment, which I don't really ever like when I have to do hard assignments with stuff. It takes the, I don't know, there's something weird about it, like, takes the fun out for me. I like to play things on the fly. I don't always like hard assignments, but maybe that's just a weird, thing with me that I need to get over. But what was really funny on this fight was because I didn't put in a bunch of research before I went into it, I just sort of went into it cold, is I was using my tincture of strength because that's what I use for monk and samurai. So I was using like my grade 8 tinctures of strength or whatever it is, and I was potting like twice a pull for like 30 pulls. No, it wasn't 30 pull. It would have been about, like, maybe the last 10, 15 in kill range. And I'd only realized afterwards when I was looking at, like, the FF logs and the FF analyzer and stuff like that, and then I was like, oh my god, I was using a tincture of strength. Because I just didn't even think, like, I was like, it's a potion, it's a combat potion, it will apply for everybody. No, you have different combat potions for different things. In WoW, it's a little bit different, so this is my WoW brain again, but... So funny, so silly. Yeah, this was really fun. This was really, really, really fun. If you guys want... If you want, like, the full length... I've got this hour-long VOD of me doing the fight, of, you know, getting the kill, talking about it, reviewing the logs, reviewing the FF analyzer, talking about my cooldown use and where, you know, where I was trying to do this and that. I just wanted to give you guys a quick video talking about my experiences, but if you guys want this full VOD, please comment down below, or, you know, just let me know somehow. Give this a lot of likes, give this a lot of views, and I'll post this full 1 hour VOD, because I think that this would be cool for people who want a more in-depth view of, like, how I tackle things. But yeah, this was really, really exciting, really fun, fantastic boss. I think one of my favorite bosses that I've done. A great one to heal. I'm really proud of myself. Yes, did I do everything perfectly? Absolutely not. Is there a lot of areas I could have improved? Absolutely. But did I have fun? Yes. Did I cook the boss well? Did I come up with some good strats, some good solutions, and did I manage to keep everybody alive long enough for us to get the kill? Yes. That's good enough for me. I'll take that. I definitely want to try and do some more healing in future. Pandemonium, look out. I'm going to be doing some healing there. Absolutely, because this was really fun, and I really liked White Mage. So, fantastic. Let me know some stuff. If you guys got some advice and stuff, go for it. When it comes to healing, or whatever, or any comments, just let me know. Hopefully this was a good watch for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.